I think what you and I are trying to get after is the amount of pain and suffering, like truthfully, it does cause to be special assessed, to have to get a loan. Loans aren't bad, but to get a loan because something wasn't covered properly. Like when you had a roof that you just knew was going to fail and neglect caused you to not be able to pay for it. That puts a burden financially on people, right? Financial stress causes grinding of teeth. It causes sleepless nights, right? These are problems that we don't want other people to suffer from. I really feel this. This is like something that's very tough for me to watch when we know the answers, right? But then it's like, everyone knows that things aren't going to last forever. Everyone knows things will fail. So the problem is not the knowledge of it. It's actually just the emotional. It's the psychology of it. How can we actually say to everyone, look, we understand you don't want to pay for your reserves right now. We get that. No one does. Like, you're not alone. The problem is, though, when you decided to live in an HOA, all of us in our HOA, we share an obligation to pay for our fair share of the usage of those assets. So I'm using the streets, I'm using the clubhouse, I have an obligation to pay for it. But my only obligation should be to pay for the years that I live there. If I live there for 2 years, just pay for those 2 years. What's quite unfair is that if I just move in, I have to pay for the last 25 years. Or what's quite unfair is if I get off and don't pay anything, and then I move out, and then someone else has to pay my bill, right? The bill that was never paid. So that's where I want to make sure I get across to people is this is not pie in the sky. This is not a, man, we wish you could do this. It's more of like, hey, we just have to make a choice. Like we chose to live here. Here's our obligations. Like these are the things we have to do. Like I can't paint my house pink, right? Based on the declarations and based on the bylaws and the CC&Rs. I also need to make sure I pay for my fair share of my usage of my assets. And I use a reserve study to help me make that decision.